Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we complete a bracket challenge to determine the best bourbon available at the recent Bourbon and Beyond Music Festival from a list put together by uprocks.com. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Old Man Bay, Bo Cumberland, and Kathy Cool.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Everybody.
What's up, Steve? Not much. So we're going to have some fun. So we're going to be doing a bracket challenge that is the best bourbon that was available at Bourbon and Beyond. I didn't go there this year. I did not comprise this list. Uprocks had a reporter there, and they wrote down what they thought was the best that was available there, and we'll play a bracket challenge to determine what we think was the absolute best of the bunch. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Okay, so it's October. It's very much spooky season for me. You know I'm excited. So last year at Trick or Treat, we gave out mini bottles to the adults, and I live in a very basic neighborhood, so people were fine with Tito's and Fireball. But as a bourbon drinker, what airplane bottle would you hope to get as a trick or treater? What would you like to see somebody handing out, bourbon-wise?
Okay, that's a good question.
Do we have to know if they make them in little airplane
Yes, of
bottles?
course.
Readily available?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's available, it would be helpful. But what do you actually
If it's
want?
not, we'll make it. We'll make fun of it.
Yeah, we'll make calls.
I'll say one that is available. You can find it, and that is again kind of appeals to the masses. But it's a step above just whatever you might say, like a Beam White Label or something like that. I'll say regular Buffalo Trace. It's affordable. It's one you could hand out, and it's good. It's a sipper. I would feel comfortable, just cracking the top open and just guzzling that.
And they do make that in airplane bottles. Yes,
they do. So that's eligible. All right.
Yep.
Well,
I have one.
That's how you do it. All right. What do you got?
I had a birthday, a significant birthday, and as giveaways for everybody that came, I made gift bags that had a tasting glass, an airplane bottle, and a chocolate bar in it.
Yes.
And so one of them that I found was Knob Creek, and I think that would be a good one.
Okay. What do you charge to put together gift baskets? Do you have a rate on that?
I'm not creative, so unless you want that gift basket.
Jim and I are saying gift basket because he's like, Total Wine gift baskets around the holidays are huge. And I'm like, I can't put together these damn things. I'm like, can you, Jim? No, I can't either.
You know what? I used to work at business, and I did that, so I could do that for you.
Okay. Well.
Listen, man bouquet is the way to go. You get like some Slim Jims and cigars, like to make the bouquet out of, and then you stick in some mini bottles or sample bottles. I used to do it for Chris for birthdays.
That's good. I like that. But again, at the end of the day, we have to have almost some sort of it has to be in the basket. It can't look like how I do things. Have me wrap you a Christmas gift, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It looks like shit.
It's so easy, Steve. You just get some skewers, like your shish kebab skewers, and some glue dots. It's very simple, and some tissue paper.
You're only 4 hours away. You should drive down and spend a day with us.
Do you want? Get the stuff. I will assemble. If you want me to come on a Saturday, get the stuff. I will come assemble it. It's fine.
Look at the second Saturday in November, because we got to have it ready before Black Friday. That's all we care about is having, and we're going to you've seen our training tables. That's going to be all gift baskets. So we were talking, we want at least 50.
I will let you know everything I need, and I will come make these for you. It's going to take me like 10 hours, but I can do it.
All right.
I'll help.
We pay $1 an hour, so it's fine.
It's going to be Kathy and McNew Craft Day. This is going to be good.
Oh, yeah. Kathy and McNew Craft Day. This is good. It'll be
We
fun.
get to use a heat gun, right, to shrink wrap
you can use the heat gun.
plastic over it.
Yeah. And we'll provide the booze. We have booze at least.
Okay.
I'm in.
See, I've done this so many times. I can do it.
I'm stressing out about this. Jim is like, oh, we could do this. I'm like, no, I can't.
This was like my go-to gift for Chris. Like the first year and a half we were together. I'm like, man bouquet.
We literally stressing out because with the unfortunate passing of Danny, he was a club member. He was club member number 13, and we're like, we're not making that available for sale where someone else can buy it. We're retiring number 13. Danny's number 13 forever, and we said we want to put some orange tissue paper in there. We told Misty, his wife, and she's like, that's beautiful, because then people could see it. We know it's retired. Yeah. And we decided we would make it orange, the color of Texas, the university, because he loved the University of Texas, so their color is orange. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. That's what Danny liked. It's his glass.
Right.
And so actually Misty's father orders us the tissue paper, and then we get it, and I'm like, it's going to look like a goddamn crunched up ball if I put that in there. I'm like, Jim, you got to do this. He's like, I can't do that.
I'll be down tomorrow. I'll take care of it for you.
This is like what we're stressing with. We can't put tissue paper in a glass because it'll look terrible. And
I'll be down tomorrow.
I want to make it look good for Danny. I don't want it to look like,
Kathy Cool's got you. She's local.
Kathy Cool's got it. Okay.
But I can come in on a scheduled day and help you more.
Yeah. Well, I plan on the whole day. You can come in Friday if you want, and you can spend the night. We got 2 extra bedrooms.
Okay.
You can bring your husband if you want, and he can drink with us. I don't think he'd be any help making the baskets.
Yeah, he absolutely is not, but he's fun to talk to. So
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Well, guess what? It's time to drink, right? Have we drank yet? Are we on the show? What part of the show are we on? I don't know what part of the show we're on.
Small talk went off the rails. We haven't got both mini bottle or Matt mini bottle.
What mini bottle do you want?
We got Steve stressed out.
Do they even offer a Evan Williams Bottled and Bond smaller airplane bottle?
They do now, just for you.
They do now.
But we can make it.
I've never seen it. I've seen the black label, but we're going to say they have the white label just for you, Bo. Yeah. They'll do a run just for Bo. Bo drinks enough that I think they'd be willing to do a run. Who else hasn't done it?
Old Man Bay.
Old Man
Blanton's.
Oh God.
Oh my God. They do sell those. Did you ever see what the prices they go?
And they're $100.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Are they really?
$99.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
I don't like my neighborhood that much to give them those. No, they're going to freaking get Tito's and Fireball again.
I saw one a couple of weeks ago. It's a little liquor store here. It was a little bottle. I mean, it was bigger than an airplane bottle, but yeah. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
200 milliliters?
Yeah, maybe. But I said, how much you guys want for that? They wanted $100 for it. I said, no, thank you.
Ridiculous.
Stupid.
Ridiculous. All right, McNew, what you asked the question. What's your answer?
Well, I was just doing research for my own good.
You're just taking notes. Do the Blantons one then. Do the Blantons. They're $100 a piece.
Every year. I was just doing research.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah,
guess
you do
what?
the Blanton one, I'll drive to Indiana.
You can come trick or treat at my. I'll get one for you. You can come trick or treat at my house. It'll be worth your gas money, obviously.
Yeah. Well, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'll go first. I've got Wild Turkey 101 Rye, which is a favorite of mine. All right, here we go. Squeak, squeak. Deep bass. Not good enough to probably win, but we'll see. We've had some terrible cork pops. Bo is out of the competition. He's on drugs. We'll just leave it at that to let people figure out the rest.
That's true.
All right. Old Man Bay, what do you got?
Well, speaking of little bottles, I got a 200 ml Journeyman Distillery Silver Cross whiskey. And let me tell you what, this is a 4-grain whiskey, and man, it is good.
Really?
Yeah.
What distillery?
Journeyman. It's on my.
I love Journeyman. I've been there.
Yeah,
in Three Oaks, Michigan.
Yeah.
All Michigan distilleries, like Old 55, for instance.
That's in Indiana, Steve. come on, dude. That was the best cork pop I've ever had.
You've got the lead.
It actually sounded decent. It was
it was decent. It was better than mine. Mine was barely there. So yeah. McNew, you're next. Kathy will be next.
So I have a Knob Creek 15, and I never know why I bring Knob Creeks on here.
Knob Creek's tough for cork pops. Yeah.
I hate their corks, but we'll see.
Okay, I heard it hit the
that was
desk louder.
The desk.
The desk was louder than the pop. So Old Man Bay has the lead, but Kathy looks like she's pulling out some heavy artillery here. That bottle's pretty full. Seagrass. All right.
Kathy messed it up.
Oh, he tried talking over you. You still got it. You still got it there. Yeah. Boy, you see how he tried to
I did.
ruin your time. Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay. I tried to talk over him by asking him what distillery he got it at.
Oh, yeah, he was just payback then. So, cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, it's going to be time for a bracket challenge where we look at what was the best bourbon available at Bourbon and Beyond. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We'll also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Scott Pinkowski is unavailable. Would you like to? I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say right now.
He's listening to the Bourbon Daily. It's got to be the Bourbon
Daily.
Peace.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we have a bracket challenge to determine the best bourbon available at Bourbon and Beyond for Up Rocks.
Yes, we did. How many people were at Bourbon and Beyond? They announced that. It was so
I think there was like 100-some thousand. It was
140,000, I think. Right?
240.
240. Okay. I have no interest in going to that. You know, that's too many people.
I did until I saw the overhead view of the people in front of the stages, and I'm like, absolutely not.
That looked wild. So as we're recording, we're supposed to go to Louder in Life this weekend, and I saw that crowd, and I'm like, please don't do that to me. Like that is not my jam. But
how do you even taste any? Is it a tasting event?
And a concert. It's a concert too. So people,
Huge
some people just go
concert.
for the concert. Some people just go for the bourbon. It's a mix of what happens there. But
Okay.
yeah.
Well, here's the list, folks, of what was at Bourbon and Beyond. So, and again, this is uprocks.com. Kentucky Peerless Bourbon, Blue Run Bourbon, Starlight Cognac Finish Bourbon, cast strength, by the way. Van Winkle Family Reserve 13-year-old Rye, Bardstown Armagnac Finish, Eve's Blind Kings County Bourbon, a Jack Daniel's Single Barrel, and finally Old Forester Single Barrel at barrel strength. That was a Kroger pick. Interesting choice. All right, our matchups are going to look like this. Van Winkle Rye will take on the Eve's Blind Kings County. Then Kentucky Peerless takes on Old Foe Single Barrel. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel will take on a Starlight Cognac Cask Finish. And finally, a Blue Run Bourbon takes on Bardstown Armagnac Cask Finish. Round number 1, Kathy, you are first. We're talking Van Winkle Rye versus Eve's Blind Kings County.
Oh, you're gonna yell at me like you did at Danny because I haven't tasted either one of these. Steve, how can I pick? I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, here we go again.
I'm gonna pick the I'm gonna go with the Kings County.
Kings County goes up 1-0. Old Man Bay, what do you think?
You know what? I got to be honest with you. Most of these I have never had.
So, okay, in your mind, I have 2 glasses. I say, hey, here's how we're going to do this then. I'm going to make it simple for you. Old Man Bay, here's 2 glasses of whiskey. I've got Van Winkle Rye here, and I have Eve's Blind Kings County. I get it. You haven't tasted either one. You can only try one of these. You can only try one of these. Which one are you picking? Are you walking away saying, I cannot try either because I've tried neither in the past?
You know, Steve, for me, in blind tasting, I always tend to lean towards the rye, so I will go with the Van Winkle Family Reserve 13-year-old rye.
Gosh.
But not because it's a Van Winkle, but because it's a rye.
Okay. I don't believe that for a second, but go ahead. If that helps you sleep at night, that's fine. Well,
that's the honest truth.
Yeah, what do you think here? Van Winkle Rye or Eve's Blind?
Van Winkle.
Van Winkle goes up 2-1. McNew, what do you think?
I will do Van Winkle as well.
Van Winkle moves on. All right.
I have a question about the Eve's Blind, though.
Yes.
Is that Kings County bourbon, is that different than any other Kings County bourbon?
Yes. She takes, at least in concept, what I know of about this program. I'm not a spokesperson for them. Don't have any affiliation. But I know what she did with Adam Stumpf. She tried several barrels. She then took the ones that she liked best, blended them together, and called that the Eve's Blind Stumpy. So I'm sure it's the same type of thing. It's a combination of multiple barrels of Kings County. Yeah.
That means I picked right and you all picked wrong.
There you go.
That doesn't necessarily make you right.
In her mind, yes. Next up is Kentucky Peerless. This is their bourbon, taking on Old Forester Single Barrel at cask strength. Round number 2. Up first is Old Man Bay.
Old Foe.
Old Foe goes up 1-0. Bo, you're next.
And these two had to be paired together because I think the same thing about Kentucky Peerless as I do Old Forester. Like, you know, those kids in school that are just cool no matter what they do. Like, they're just
like me growing up.
Like you, yeah. The Kentucky Peerless is just cool. Like, the people that work there are the coolest.
Right.
I mean, but I will say this. Old Forester lost a lot of cool points when they lost Jackie. So I would puts Kentucky Peerless on top. I would go with them.
Kentucky Peerless has tied this thing up. McNew, what do you think? Kentucky Peerless or Old Foe Single Barrel?
No, I have never had anything bad from Kentucky Peerless. Like, they are doing great things. But I'm a grocery store girl, so I'm going to go with the Kroger pick. That's my grocery store. So
there you go. The Old Foe Single Barrel cask strength. I'm going to jump on that too. like Bo, I love Kentucky Peerless, but when I gravitate more towards them is when I go to the gift shop. Their rye picks are the ones that I gravitate more towards than their bourbon ones. So, but I like the Old Forester single barrel, so I'm going to go Old Foe. That means they move on.
And can I retract mine? Can I change my mind?
No,
I want to go Peerless.
It's too late.
no take backsies.
No,
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry.
You don't have multiple votes
I just
in
thought about
Missouri.
the gooey butter cake, man. I was like, oh my god.
So what I'm
there's
gonna do
nothing
now-
better.
You have
What
to
I'm
move
gonna
to
do-
Illinois if you want more than one vote.
Yeah, or what I'm going to ask for moving forward, not tonight, tonight's grandfathered in, but beginning next week, I will have require you to come on as a guest. I will get your bank routing number, and if I feel something like that happens during the middle of the show, it's such a breach of etiquette. I'm going to fine you, and I just take it directly out of your bank account. So yeah, moving forward, I'll need your password.
What if you got to pick? What if you got to pick a bottle off their shelf, and they had to give you a bottle off their shelf?
Maybe I like the routing number thing because I could just randomly assess, like right there, Old Man Bay. That's like $173 fine right there. Boom.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's a
I want to change my vote. Boom, 173 is gone. His wife's like,
I think I've
"What
heard
the
this
hell?"
on you. I think
It's
I've heard
gonna
this on the
notify-
show before.
It's
Yeah.
not going to be something simple like $5. You won't even
No.
notice $5.
Right.
He's like 173. Let's make this
173.
more
Yeah.
matter.
170. Why not throw some change in there? 173.79.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, all right. Next up, round number 3. Up first is going to be Bo. It's a Jack Daniel's single barrel taking on Starlight Cognac Cask Finished. Ooh, I do like a good Cognac Cask Finish. I'll say that. But JD single barrels are awesome. So, Bo, you got your work cut out for you. What do you think?
No, I'm definitely going to go with, I don't know.
I'm definitely going to go. I'm
Definitely.
definitely.
It's a $57 fine.
Yeah, right there. It'd be $57.
$57.
Gosh, I can't wait till this happens next week.
Here's
Oh.
the thing. I've never been a Jack Daniels fan. Like, never.
What about
I
their
think-
single barrels, though?
Well,
That's a different animal.
I don't know.
If you don't believe me, try one. That's all I can say is try one.
But I did recently watch a documentary about Jack Daniels, and I thought the documentary was really cool, even though I don't like their product. So I'll go with Jack Daniels.
That's again. I'm going to double up that $57 fine on that one. That'd be another $57 because he just makes all the arguments why he won't pick Jack Daniels than he does for the dumbest reason because they had a good documentary.
Well, no, yeah. So
Give him a break.
if I had not seen that
Maker.
documentary, I wouldn't have even considered Jack Daniels. But if you walked up to me with these 2 glasses, I would say, you know what, Steve? I just saw a documentary about Jack Daniels. Let me try that.
Or as Justine would say, a documentary. All right. Round number 3. JD is up 1-0. Up next is McNew.
You know, those Jack Daniel's single barrels are stellar and amazing. But Starlight is also Huber Winery. They know a thing or two about wine too. But I'm going to be Team Indiana because they are in Indiana. I'm going to go with that Starlight.
Starlight. Okay, that means Starlight, the cognac cask, which they're pulling up my heartstrings here. That's one of my favorites, but still, they're not going to top me with the JD single barrels. I love those things. They are really great whiskey, and that's who I'm voting for. So, Kathy, it goes to you next. JD single barrels are up 2-1 over Starlight cognac cask finish.
I'm going to be honest with you. I crave trying one of these Jack Daniel's single barrels, and if you put it in front of me, I'm drinking it, so I'm picking it. I haven't had the chance yet, but I would love to.
All right. JD single barrel moves on. All right, next up is Blue Run Bourbon versus Bardstown Armagnac finished bourbon. Round number 4. Up first is McNew.
I think this is a hard one to put together. Blue Run's clearly doing great things, but I would be very interested in that Bardstown finish.
Bardstown. All right. Yeah, this is a tough one because Blue Run, almost like a single barrel, they batch things. And what was this batch we're talking about? Is this a good batch or not? I don't know. Bardstown does some really great job with blending, and an Armagnac finish, also something desirable. I'm also going to vote for Bardstown in this example here. So Bardstown is up 2-0. What do you think, Kathy?
I'm going to be contrary, just to be contrary, and pick Blue Run.
Blue Run has life. Old Man Bay, what do you think? Blue Run or Bardstown?
For me, Steve, I like the finished products. You didn't ask me about the cognac one, but I would have went for that. But I would go with the Bardstown.
Okay. He just got fined $18 for talking about a previous pick that he wasn't even involved in based on the numbers. It's not a big fine, but it still annoyed me enough.
$18.97.
$18.
That one's $18.97.
$18.97. Yeah. I ding him for that. Yeah. I tell you, this group is either going to get better and podcast better, or they're just going to be very poor.
We're not going to come back.
McNew ain't fine me
you
again.
and McNew sitting here talking.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Next up is Van Winkle Rye versus Old Foe, round number 5. And then, of course, round number 6 will be JD Single Barrel versus Bardstown. That's our final 4. Van Winkle, Old Foe, JD, and Bardstown. Round 5 again, Van Winkle Rye versus Old Forester Single Barrel. I like both of these. I love both of these, in fact. But, man, I tell you what, that Van Winkle Rye might be the best of the Pappy Van Winkle lineup. It's really good stuff. If you've never tried the Van Winkle Rye, you're missing out. I'm going Van Winkle Rye here, and that's my horse I want to ride all the way to the end. We'll see what happens. Kathy, you're next. Van Winkle Rye or Old Foe?
One, you make a very strong argument. 2, I do not want to be fined. Therefore, I choose whatever you choose, Steve.
Well, okay, all right.
Fine.
All right, so here's what I'm going to say about this. If she's okay here, this isn't actually happening, but this is next week when the fines start. I would fine Kathy on the air $17.63 for that. Not for the fact she's following what I do. That's fine. That's actually a smart move. But the fact she conveys that to the audience makes it seem like that's so. I ding her for that, and then we'd have a meeting, and I'd have to say, "Here's why you got fined." I'm sorry, but yeah, you got fined for that. So
sticking with my vote.
Yeah, $17.63 it costs.
Because I understand there's also another fine if you change your vote. So I'm just stopping.
He's figured out the system.
You're going to take your losses and cut bait. All right. Old Man Bay, here's where we're at. Van Winkle Rye is up 2-0 over Old Forester. What do you think?
Well, Steve, in the aforementioned conversation, I tend to lean towards the Rye, so I'm going to stay with the Van Winkles.
All right.
But I've never tried it, and if you would like to share a little sample, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I think he was a little condescending in his attitude there. $1.43 fine, not much, but just enough to let you know I wasn't happy. Yeah. Condescending attitude. $1.40. You do get a little memo in there as to what it is for. So it's not just like, what are these dollars coming out here for?
It's for coaching. So next time you know to do better. It's
right,
coaching.
Exactly. No, I won't be condescending, old man, but it costs $1.43. All right. Round number 6. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel versus Bardstown. The Rye closed it out on the last one, by the way. Kathy, you're up first. JD Single Barrel versus Bardstown. Armagnac finished.
I'm sticking with Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniel's Single Barrel goes up 1-0. Old Man Bay, what do you think?
Well, I didn't get to vote on it last time, and I tried to make the point was Bardstown Armagnac finished is what I would go with.
Complaining about rules, $2.62. I mean, that's just what it is. You're just going to have to live with that. And again, you can't stop this because I have your routing information. That's the thing. I don't like this anymore. Well, fine.
I don't have a job, right?
Well,
good luck.
I'll have to get your wife's bank routing information.
Even better luck.
All right. So Jack Daniel's Single Barrel is up, is actually tied right now, 1-1, with Bardstown Armagnac finish. Bo, you're next. What do you think? Jack Daniel's Single Barrel or Bardstown Armagnac finish? We're knotted at 1 here.
I'm going with the Bardstown.
Bardstown goes up 2-1. McNew, what do you think? Jack Daniel's Single Barrel or Bardstown Armagnac finish?
Those Jack Daniels are pretty unbeatable. So I'm going to go with Jack Daniels Single Barrel.
All right. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel, after falling down 2-1, has come roaring back. I'm going to agree with McNew, and Jack Daniels moves on. So that means our finals looks like this. Van Winkle Rye versus Jack Daniel's Single Barrel. Round number 7. Bo, you are first.
Well, who's in it again? I know I'm getting fined for that. Sorry.
Yeah. $4 even, just $4 even for not listing. That's your memo on that one, not listing. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel versus Van Winkle Rye.
We're going with Van Winkle.
Van Winkle. Van Winkle goes up 1-0. McNew, what do you think? Van Winkle or Jack Daniels?
I'm going to stick with Jack Daniels.
Okay. I'm going to vote Van Winkle. Means Van Winkle goes up 2-1 over Jack Daniel's Single Barrel. Kathy, what do you think?
Once again, due to no vote of yours, Steve, I am going to vote Van Winkle.
Just for a treat, I just sent Kathy 51 cents. I told you guys it only be for fines, but an example of behavior that goes above and beyond, I will in some instances.
What? You literally just bought a stamp. You can write your
No, you didn't. Those are 57 cents now.
You got almost a whole stamp. So there you go. There you go, folks. There it is. Van Winkle Rye, the best.
Well, Steve, if you would have asked me, I would have voted for Van Winkle Rye as well.
Well,
just saying.
He's gonna send you 51 cents.
There you go.
yeah. I just got my 51 cents covered right there. There it is. I got it back. I lost it for a second, and then it just came right back to me. So, all right, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can send your 51 cents to my Instagram account on KK Cask Strength.
All right, Old Man Bay.
All your favorite social medias at Old Man Bay Signs.
All right, Bo.
On Facebook, Instagram, YouTube under My Journey Through the American Spirits, and both of those and all those under Bourbon Sasquatch.
Too long of a plug. 8 cents. 8 cents you don't even flinch with. You know, I could grab 8 cents from you guys all day long. You don't even
Daily.
think about it. You'll be like, who cares? It's 8 cents. And I'll just keep doing it there. As the network grows bigger and bigger and I'm dinging everybody 8 cents, it's going to add up eventually. I'll do fine with this. All right, McNew, how about you?
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV, but you can also PayPal or Venmo me for any transgressions you feel like you might owe me for.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got that company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. And head over by the ABV Barrel Shop. A lot of times, you never know. Sometimes the Old Man Bay is there. Sometimes he even brings donuts. So, yeah, stop on by. ABV Barrel Shop, St. Louis, Missouri, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew,
Stop
anything else?
charging him. You're taking out of the donut money.
Donut money, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna have no money to get donuts anymore, McNew.
Oh, I like those cream-filled ones from the donut stop. So
Yeah, I bet you do.
All right. Anything else to say before we get out of here? That was a $73 fine you just heard there for implying terrible things about the host. So $73.
I'm sorry. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the Network.
All right. Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com Call them at 217-254-6613 or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with the national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.